Hey ladies. Oh goodness, Tamikia CCC here. Alright, I am 22 weeks and 4 days today. I'm coming from an MFM appointment. Today they picked up some images they couldn't get from my anatomy scan, and also today was my fetal echocardiogram. So, according to everything, I am categorized as low risk. Everything looks good, no gross abnormalities. There were, I think, 2 things they couldn't see well. I guess the baby's position. He likes to flip a lot. So she struggled a bit to get him to be compliant. He's like his mommy. And he doesn't like being poked. So, she's pressing down on that thing really hard, and he was pushing back on it. I could feel it. She could feel it. So, yeah. So 22 weeks, 4 days. Wow. I know I just did the live recently. I mean, this will be 2 weeks after that, since that was a live. But, yeah, that's what's going on. I only got 1 image from today. Today's scan was incredibly boring. They didn't look at the baby very much at all. Not like the cute scans you really want to see, because today's focus was on his heart. So there wasn't a whole lot of, oh, let's look at his feet, let's look at this, let's look at that. They took the typical measurements, which is to measure him and his growth. So I think she said he was weighing in at about 1 pound and 4 ounces today. So they measured the head, the belly, and the femur in order to get these measurements. So seems to be doing pretty good there. He's still growing there. I think I weighed in about 259 on the scale. It's up and down, but again, it's like the same 5 pounds. I'm up and down, so I still have it really good. Much weight, a little bit more praise from the MFM, considering that my A1C is lower, but he still kind of threw shade on the A1C, basically to say that things change so quickly in pregnancy. It's a good gauge, the A1C is, of kind of like an overall long term, but because things change so quickly in pregnancy, they can't really go by it. I'm like so annoyed with him. But that's okay. So here's my 1 image. Baby was a bit upside down. Look at baby G here. So he's upside down. He wasn't happy this morning to get poked, but he was awake already because he was moving around in the lobby before they even called me back. So and he's definitely bigger. So he's fattening up, I guess. But yeah, so that's pretty much all that's going on. Considering that I did the live, everything's pretty much the same. Blood pressure's great. Glucose is doing okay. I do have the pump in my possession. I will have my education on the pump in 2 days. That is on Friday, and then I'll officially be on the pump. So my diabetes educator is probably going to get on me because I haven't turned in my numbers to her in like 2 weeks. She's not harassing me for them, but I guess she's just waiting to see. It's just the mornings get so busy with work, I forget, and then it gets too late for me to send anything. So I just need to pull that together and just go ahead and send her what I have, so she has an understanding, even if I have to send it early instead of waiting until tomorrow, because I'm supposed to send like on Mondays and Thursdays. So I think I'm probably just going to send her something tonight, just so she has something and I don't keep missing her, especially since I'm getting the pump education on Friday. So I've had to go up on my night insulin because my morning numbers were coming in a little high. So I went up to 2 units like she suggests when my numbers get high. I think my after meal numbers, especially around dinner, are questionable. So part of that is what I'm eating, and part of it is I think the numbers are just coming in higher than I expect, and it's probably time to adjust those doses as well. So I definitely want to get like her opinion on that. But he did give me some credit, said I was doing a good job. I'm not saying you're doing a bad job, but we can't really. All right, doc, whatever. But good news here as far as heart defects. He put me in a low risk category. Apparently the defects that they associate with IVF are not the major defects, and I guess those risks are low anyway, but you know, they like to do the checks. So there's that. He did give me some interesting information, and that had to do with some testing that I had done with my endocrinologist. So when I first went to the endocrinologist, you might have heard me mention having to get a thyroid ultrasound, and I had that thyroid ultrasound, and you know, the report and all of that had come back. I had not seen the report because I got it done at like an ultrasound place, and I never went back to pick up the report, but the doctor never said anything to me, the endocrinologist. So today the MFM was saying you had a thyroid ultrasound, and I said, well, yeah, I think that was just part of the regular workup with the endocrinologist when I first saw him. And he said, has he discussed the findings with you? And I'm like, no. So he said, oh, has he discussed doing a follow-up ultrasound? And I'm like, no. So basically what he said, because I still have not seen the report, basically what he's saying is the findings are indicating that there are a couple of like small nodules on my thyroid. They're really small, but you know, there's something that could grow, and something they just want to keep a check on. So he has checked my thyroid function, which is normal, which might be why he's not mentioned it. But I see the endocrinologist again in a few weeks, and I will bring it up to him. But to see what that means, because my maternal grandmother did have a goiter on her thyroid, and it was pretty big. You know, it didn't really keep her from living a somewhat normal life, but it was just kind of, I don't want to say unsightly, but you know, it's a deformity of her neck. The goiter got so big. So considering that she had a goiter, that makes me concerned that I have a couple of nodules on my thyroid. But according to my blood work and all of that, my thyroid is functioning fine even with these. And the goiter doesn't have to be cancerous or anything, or the nodules doesn't even have to be cancerous, because my grandmother's goiter was not cancerous. It was a benign goiter. But I think she kind of let it go. She was a firm believer in faith healing. She let it go too long, and it became inoperable. So she ended up having to live with it. But I don't know what the nodules mean on my thyroid. Again, like I said, the endocrinologist has not mentioned any of it to me. Maybe because I saw him, and then the next time I saw him I was pregnant. That might be why he maybe hasn't mentioned anything about it, because there's maybe not much they can do while I'm pregnant. But if it's something that I can get addressed, you know, while pregnant, you know, an ultrasound up here is not really affecting the baby. But I guess if they have to do some kind of surgery, or they'd have to give me some sort of local anesthesia or whatever, that might be something that's not so great for the baby. I'll just have to talk to the doctor about that. But in all actuality, he said it could be something, it could be nothing. But I guess he's just being thorough again and mentioning these things that no other doctor is mentioning. So I guess I can't be mad, because like I said, I had not seen the report. I have no way of going to see the report myself without going to that facility and requesting the report to be given to me, which I still can. so that I can read it myself. Or I can just wait to see the endocrinologist and ask for a copy of it. Actually, I will be in the endocrinologist's office Friday for my pump education. Maybe I can ask about it then. It's not really an appointment with the endocrinologist. I'm just in his office. So I don't know if I can get his attention and ask. If I can, I'll try. If not, then I'll just save it for my next appointment with him. But that's all that's going on. I just got this little cute upside down image of baby G. And I am 22 weeks and 4 days. I am only a few short weeks away from my Philly shower, which is in July. It's in a few weeks. I'm excited about that. And still trying to wrangle this guest list. I don't know what it is about people and them not being able to RSVP properly. Like, you ask people to RSVP, tell me how many adults, how many kids between these ages, and nobody does it. They just say, okay, yeah, I'm coming. All right, well, I know you got kids. I know you got other people you plan to bring them with you. I don't know. So, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah. It's getting late. It's 10:30. I have a work meeting at 11, so I need to make my way home. But that's all I have. This is going to be a short one for once. Sticky baby dust to all those TTC.